What's up, y'all? This is You Gotta Heal, hosted by Tuesdai and Dee. We got a special guest today, and our guest is Waya.
Let's get it.
Yes.
This is dope.
So we're going to let Waya introduce themselves, just tell you a little bit about what they do, and then we'll get into our topic today.
Bad. So what's up, everybody? As you heard, I go by Waya Kelly. That is my stage name. I am a trans male actor, model, influencer, creative, community leader. There's a lot of titles, y'all. Everybody know that.
Every hat.
I'm very happy to be here. We're going to have a great discussion. I already feel it.
Definitely. So today, man, we just wanted to get you on the podcast because we see that you do a lot in the community. Yeah. And we wanted to give you that chance to literally tell the community what you're doing and some things that you got coming up. Okay. So,
y'all want to cheers before we start? No,
we always do a cheers.
We get that, you got a heal right? Going. Let's cheers it out to healing conversations, baby.
Healing conversations,
yes.
baby.
Let's get it. Down.
Yeah, we ain't backpacking. Stop playing.
Hey.
Duffel bagging all your
duffel bagging, suitcases,
coochie pose. Okay.
Whoa.
Shout out. I know. Shout out. Shout out to Torn. At the BET. Shout out to Torn remember. Shout out, Torn. Shit, Torn remember from the Bastion Ball. That was dope, man.
But nah, what are some things that you have done in the community so far?
Oh, good grief. Y'all trying to make me go back to 2015.
We gotta take it back.
I mean, I feel like when people ask like what you've done for the community, everybody wants to like hear about accolades, and I feel like just showing up as my authentic self has been the biggest impact I've had on the community. What's crazy, I had a follower of mine that found me on my new TikTok. Didn't tell nobody about this TikTok. I just literally made it, building a whole nother following, right? This man found me and said, I am the reason back in 2016 that he transitioned.
What?
Yeah. He said, I found you and one more other black trans man because we don't have a lot of representation when it comes to transitioning. It's unfortunately this side of the counterparts that everybody likes to focus on. And he's like, your raw and authentic vulnerability is what made me feel like I could do it. You know, like he's like, I didn't have a lot of support, but he's like, you're a legend. He's like, I want you to understand, like, you are legendary. And I was just like, at that moment, like, I read it and like I took the phone down. I just like cried for a second. Because I'm going through a lot. Like people don't really know that, but like behind the scenes, I'm going through a lot personally in my life right now. And I was at a point, I was like, man, am I doing this? Like, am I really supposed to be doing this? And I read that, I was like, shit, they just signed. Like you're supposed to be doing this, man. Like you are impacting people that you don't even see.
You definitely have a purpose, man.
But that's been, you know, one of my biggest things. And my spiritual life has been a big impact in like how I view transition. I don't view transition as a physical thing. It is a spiritual awakening to who you always have been. And when we learn to flip that, the way that the world has told us, like they've told us, hey, you want to be this or you want to turn into hold on, pause. I'm not turning into nothing. Okay? I didn't wake up and say, oh, Waya wants to be a man all of a sudden. Nah, I didn't do that. I knew this at 4. Funny story, y'all. It was my aunt. She had a big butt. I touched it. From that moment, I was like, okay.
Not the butt.
Yo, I like women. I was like, I like booties. Like I'm a booty man. I've been a booty man my entire life, y'all. So from that moment, I was like, it's more than, you know, lesbian feelings. You know, when I got with them, I was talking to you earlier, you know, about why I made the movie that I made. And when I was in grade school, when I was in like middle school, I had a crush on a girl. And that's when I really knew, I was like, yo, this feeling ain't going away. Like, you are a teenager and it still ain't going away. But I didn't feel the way all the other girls that were liking girls were. Like, I didn't want to come out as a girl liking girls. I wanted to be the boy liking girls. And so I was like, well, I guess I just have to wait till I get older. Like, then I'll decide I can finally find love and have things.
Question, you really walk in your truth a lot. How did like your family members and your friends that you know knew you before you transitioned like take it, and like did you lose relationships or did you gain relationships or like how did that go?
I lost a lot. as a lot of my fan base know, I was raised religious. I was Jehovah's Witness. Being a lesbian, homosexual, LGBTQ is just nothing we talk about. Like that is taboo. That is forbidden. You don't like the same sex. You don't do that. You can't change who you are. God made you what you are. That's a blasphemy. That's an abomination. Like I've been called everything in the book. Like, and the moment I knew that I was going to be on this journey by myself, like I had gone back and forth with my mom since I was 16. I was like, Mom, I feel like a boy. I told her honestly at 14 that I feel like a boy. There was a moment my sister said girl. I said, I'm not a girl. I said it out loud to her. And she's like, what you talking about? And I just like caught myself. I said, oh my God, I just came out. I was like, what did I just say? I was like, oh, nothing. Nothing. Yeah. I don't know what I was talking about. What do you mean? Like, but there was a moment where I had an argument with my mom, and then she took me to what we called the elders in the congregation. And in a way, I went through what you would consider conversion therapy.
Man,
This is y'all are the first ones I've ever said that to live to any audience.
It's like that movie, but I'm a cheerleader. You remember that?
Yeah, I just watched that recently. I just watched that. Yeah, the conversion therapy is a real thing. It's crazy.
Tell the people what it is for the people that don't know.
So basically in a religion, with conversion therapy, they believe that with enough Bible thumping on your head that God will make you straight. God will make you right.
Bring that demon.
He will bring that spirit, that evil spirit. He'll cast it out of you. That's not you. That is somebody telling you that you need to be something else that you're not, right? And so they want kind of like what they consider in our religion. You're like well, there's two steps. So you're what they call reproved. So you're kind of like pulled away from like certain privileges within the congregation. Like you can't like answer things, you can't sing, while you're in the church, types of things until you've learned to like kind of change your ways. And then they come back with you. But my worst feeling was they made me explain certain things that I did with a woman. And it's nothing but men. You have to understand, I'm still a girl.
Yeah.
And I'm a young girl, an underage girl, explaining something to grown men.
Man, yeah, that's kind of...
That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's honestly sexually traumatizing.
It is.
Like, it is trauma.
Very
it is trauma.
so.
And that was something I had to unpack once I got out of the religion. Like, that was not okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was okay because I was born in it.
Yeah.
And so in my head, I'm like, oh, this is normal. Like, everybody has to do stuff like this. And my mom's telling me it's okay. Like, she wouldn't put me through something that's not, unsafe. Yeah. And in her head, she thinks it's okay because she's been brainwashed to think that it's okay.
Yeah, right.
So I'm in front of these men and I'm telling them things that I've thought about, that's personal to me with another person, or I've even done or wanted to do with another person. And I'm like, dang, I'm really telling these people this stuff. And then the second part is you're like basically disfellowship from the organization or the religion and stuff like that. And then your family cannot talk to you. This is a real thing. My cousin actually went through it. The whole family has to basically disown you. Like they cannot talk to you. They're not allowed to conversate with you. Something happens to you. The only thing is if something like life or death happens to you. That is the only way that they can talk to you.
That was crazy.
Oh my God. They cannot do anything. And so
it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
I'm sorry, it's a lot to unpack, but this is what we're here for, right?
We know somebody's gonna relate to that. We're going through that right now, and don't even have words for it.
Right. So that was the conversion therapy that I went through. When I went through that for the final time, I got like 18, and my mom obviously she knew legally she couldn't really tell me what to do about my life, but I was still living in her home. And so in the black folks' home,
black people
you under my roof. It's my rules.
Oh, I know.
You get your own. You can do what you want to.
Whew, I couldn't wait.
Energy. And so,
did you ever deal with anything like that? Like religion?
Oh yeah, religious trauma is something I've had to heal through the last few years, especially growing up. I'm a PK's kid.
Yeah, you're a preacher's kid. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Mom's glad called me one.
PKs out there, PKs. They say we wild as fuck because we're always having to be on the hush or silenced, and so I went through a lot of that too.
Yep.
They wasn't calling it that, but it was the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
You was disowning. You was saying, hey, change this in order to be this.
And be around the community and the congregation.
We're not accepting that. They treat you differently. You know, like force you to wear certain clothes. Yeah, I went through some shit.
Don't remind me.
And it's very much so traumatizing, especially when you don't really have anybody to talk to.
Yeah.
You feel alone. Yeah.
How did y'all like? Last question before we go to break, but
bro said I need hold on.
I need a second.
That was deep.
That was deep as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm taking a sip on that one. Her cup almost finished. We over here just still chilling.
It'll be brief in a second.
Sip down. Y'all just had I had a good day, but it was just a day, if that makes sense. Working for somebody else just ain't always it.
Yeah.
But speaking of working for somebody else, like, what do you do? Do you work for somebody else? Or like, what, you hustle?
I used to. That was another life. We're not talking about that.
Okay. We've had some lives, man. We've had some lives.
Several in this lifetime. But no, I actually am a full-time content creator and a model entrepreneur. Like, I do my own thing, and I life coach. So as well as the same as Dee. So I have clientele. Not a lot right now. I'm just kind of like building it back up to where what I want to really do. With it, I never rushed it. Like, I kind of let spirit tell me how I'm supposed to operate it and how I'm supposed to build my clientele, because a lot of people it's still kind of taboo to heal through life coaching. Like, a lot of people feel like I need to go to a therapist only. Like I don't trust spiritual life coaching.
I coach 2 therapists right now. That says a lot.
Hello.
It's just like, because man, that's a whole different situation.
Right. I have a client. She has a therapist, and she comes to me.
Because we are in life experiences, and I thought there are some good therapists out there.
There really are.
But then you got some of them that really are about the theories and the book, pretty much. And a lot of people find that hard to. When you are experiencing real life shit and you connecting with people who real life, that helps you transform too.
Right, it's relatable. You need somebody relatable.
It's deep. Like, I ain't afraid to go there. Listen, bro. You may be in the midst of it, and they coming in it, and you can still help them, because it's like they're watching you transform through it. I deal with that a lot, so I get it. That's the difference. But there are, shout out to the great therapists who are embodying both of that.
Shout out Mills.
Mills, who are embodying both of that, being vulnerable and transparent.
100%.
So
sure.
So with that being said, guys, we are gonna go to break. We're gonna see y'all when we come back. All right.
Peace. Today's You Gotta Heal episode is sponsored by I Am Me Productions.
Yes. I am Waya Kelly, the CEO and owner of I Am Me Productions, and we specialize in film, podcast, as well as life coaching. And you can catch us at Instagram. It's just Waya Official.
And we back like 4 flats on the Cadillac with Waya. So we starting off a new segment, guys. It is Mass Gent Boss Summer. Officially has started with the Mass Gent Bosses, okay? We got a segment that we definitely want to introduce to y'all that is going to be on the Mass Gent Boss pages, so look up. So this segment is about being sexy. It's about showing off to the ladies and for them to see what we got, you feel me? So Waya is actually going to start off this segment. So instead of how deep is your love, how deep is your voice?
Ooh.
This is going to be dangerous.
Okay? So you get to say a phrase of your choice. But it has to be the deepest your voice can go. Okay?
Oh, you done started something.
All right. So this is the first contestant of How Deep Is Your Voice? Let's get it. Walla ladies, let's go.
Can I use my accent?
Whatever you want to use. Okay. And ladies, y'all gotta say yay or nay to this. Okay? Tell us if it's sexy or not. Alright, let's go.
Okay. Now you say you're not scared of me. Why you so far away? Come here.
Ooh, y'all heard that coming?
Y'all hear that Kwame with the 2 fingers?
Come here, bring that pussy up. Come here.
just a little bit of my domination. You ain't gonna get that every day.
That was a good start. That was a good start. So if y'all want to participate, follow the Mass Gym Bosses page.
Yes, sir.
And then y'all can actually submit, and we're gonna see, how deep is your voice or whatever.
Y'all gonna top that? I highly doubt it.
Ooh, yeah. We might as well put you on the spot.
Go on, D.
Come on, D.
Come on.
Yeah, D.
Oh, man, I ain't got no D voice.
Come on, D. How deep is your voice, son? Let's get it. Catchphrase to get the ladies.
Man, let me see.
How deep
is your voice? Let's see. Let me see. See, now y'all got me. Man, you might put me on the spot like that, bro.
Come on, pull out.
I'm trying to. Let's see. This how deep. Listen,
How you be talking to him on the phone?
Hey, you trying to do something? You trying to hear that shit?
Oh, that's that split. That's that split.
That nigga cracking out. Your turn. Tuesday putting us on the spot. Tuesday, your turn. What you got, bro?
Say love, you coming to the crowd. Over up.
Ooh.
Stop playing with me. Come here.
Ooh.
Stop playing. I'll be ready. How deep is your voice?
All right.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. So listen, we have been getting into good stuff with Waya, really diving into some feelings. I know in the beginning it was a little heavy, man. We went there. But you know what? This is why we got this table, right? This is why we have these healing conversations. This is why it's called You Gotta Heal. Because we are having some real ass healing conversations. Yes. So I guess what we gonna dive into next is how we connected, how we all connected. I started with us and then,
It just kind of segued on over.
It really did.
How long has it been now?
Okay, what was your first shoot? Was the semi-nude shoot?
Stud Model Project.
The Stud Model Project
is when it started. Yes. I started Stud Model Project in 2023.
Okay.
What is Stud Model Project?
So Stud Model Project was a company that is owned by Teresa Morcho. It is based out of Atlanta, but she is an international model management company now. She started off as a development agency, which is how we got our start in modeling. I actually got signed on in 2022. She came on in 2023, and then boom, bada bam. Here we are together. So it was a community effort, and then that's how we got together. Honestly, I saw her picture, so I was very closely connected with Teresa. I got Teresa on speed dial, type stuff. Yeah. And so we did the pictures. Teresa dropped them. I called Teresa. I said, Teresa, who showed you with the tip tapes and the crosses with the V cut and the jacket with the tires? Who is that? She was like, oh, that's Dee. She out there in Texas. I said, whoever that, she need to keep modeling because I was like, she's good. I don't know why if she don't think she is, she's really good naturally. So that's what caught my eye with Dee. I am a person who loves people bringing out their confidence and learning their confidence in front of a camera. It is not a sexual thing for me. It's not a attraction thing for me. It's a art.
It's an art.
It's art. It's passion. I'm passionate about what I do. It don't matter what it is. Film, photography, music, anything. I do all of it, y'all. Right, so I'm very much into it. But when I saw Dee, there was a light. And I was just like, yeah, I want that one.
Damn, you know what's crazy? It happened the same way for me with Dee. Dee said that they saw me and the light went off, but then when I talked to them, I was like, damn, the light going off. Bitch, I knew you for years. And when the lights go off like that, then another light went off when I met Waya at the Mass Gym Boss brunch.
And
it was
it definitely did.
All these lights were being charged. That's
and then when I thought, then you over here, she was like, "Oh yeah, so we gonna have Tuesday performance." I said, "What? Wait a minute, Tuesday do music?
Tuesday do everything.
Tuesday coming through the line doing the song." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, we gotta get in the booth now."
Yeah, we gotta do everything. Well, you be in the booth for real?
I got my own little home.
I did, a little one too.
Y'all know I did the mud cover and I did the residuals remix and all that. I got that. That's all online. Y'all just follow.
It's online. Can you give us a little 1-2? Just come on, 1-2.
Why you be online with this? 1-2.
I do be singing online.
1-2.
I do be singing online.
Right,
hold on. Let's see. Hold on. What do I want to sing? What I want to sing?
What you trying to sing? We gonna support. Cause we online.
Really. All right, I ain't gonna do this because I've been drinking and my vocal cords is not warmed up, so I'm not doing the beginning of Superstar, but I'm gonna go into the verse of Usher. Okay.
Superstar, that's my shit. Okay.
Because if I do, I'm
Tuesday might start singing with you. I'm just letting you know that right now.
I might be able to hit it, but y'all gonna hit. I have a baritone, y'all, so I'm not a false. I
Stop all that explaining and start singing.
Excuse me. Okay.
Clock that to you.
Let's see. How I go? Spotlight, big stage, 50,000 fans screaming in a way. Bodyguards and limousines. This is the way I see you in my dreams. Paparazzi flash, 100 pictures, all of you hanging on my bedroom wall. I'm a kid again, feel like 13, but I need, since we fell in love, girl, I'll be
I'll be your groupie, baby. Cause you are my superstar.
That's it. That's why
we healing over here.
That gave us some energy. I was like, oh, my feminine felt that mask.
Listen, don't take your panties off and start throwing them now. I've had it done before.
You heard that
real low.
I told you were gonna start singing with it.
I can't help it.
Man, that was dope.
No, yeah, that was fire. That's fire. I appreciate y'all making me sing.
No
problem. This is what it's about. And so that's how we connected, and it's just been like shit, a vibe ever since. And then last year, you moved to. When did you move back to Dallas?
I moved to Dallas in 2023.
So
the end of 2023, I was here in October.
Okay, so 24, that's when we started getting to work.
We really started getting to work when I let you know I was here. Yep.
Because I was like, man, I wanted to do a shoot with you, but we were always.
Our schedules were always conflicting, y'all. Like the first time she really knew I was like really here living was my birthday. I invited you to my birthday. Last year, I invited you for my third. Well, how old was I last year, y'all? 34. Okay, so I invited you to my 34th birthday.
How old?
Hey, listen,
was it that cowboy one?
It was the cowboy one.
Yeah,
and I did. You had a lot of stuff going on. I was like, you know, I ain't gonna worry about it. DB networking, doing stuff all the time. I know if she ain't here, it's for a reason. And so after that, you was like, man, I'm sorry I missed your birthday, but I got some stuff coming up. Don't worry about it. Yeah. And then we got together for the coming out day.
Started with that. And then we just been working.
I was so happy that you called me for that. Because I have always felt like, I think this is going to kind of segue into, you know, what we was talking about. I've always felt like I'm not heard. And even though I have a platform and people see me, I never felt like I was being seen, like for me, because people hear like the trans man part, but nobody really heard my two-spirit.
Yeah,
and that was my first time in front of a crowd of people telling people that I was two-spirit. I had fear behind that, but the crazy part is I was given my name by a tribal chief, y'all.
What?
Yes,
that's crazy.
I have mentors who are of spiritual ascension, and even having that tells you how much power, you know, the world's, you know, what's the word? The world's influence can have on you and make you feel like, oh yeah, you can't say that, because you have to understand I'm Afro-Indigenous. What people see is black.
Yeah.
They don't see my native side. They see black.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you are both, you have to choose a side. And so when I came out on my TikTok, I had a comment section full of people telling me, oh, so you don't want to be black, you want people to only know that you're Native American. You're not Native American, prove you're Native American.
Why do I have to prove it?
You just want to take from a group of a community that's not yours. What? Like I struggled with telling y'all that I was. Like, why would I do that? I wouldn't say I'm something if the elder didn't tell me. Like, that's our tradition. We don't say we're anything unless an elder deems it so. You can't say you're two-spirit in Native American culture. It is deemed by an elder that you are a two-spirit person. I was told I was two-spirit at 9.
Did you read a lot? Because you are really insightful.
Yes, I read the encyclopedia.
Like, I can tell, like, it's just the stuff that you be saying. Mm-hmm. Like,
I had the A to the Z encyclopedia, and I would just sit there and read it.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That's a gift, though. That's a gift.
I would read a lot.
Because I'm not reading, and I put it in ChatGPT. Can you give me?
I ain't gonna shame you. ChatGPT is my little virtual assistant, it be making my schedules, all that. Yeah,
I do like reading though. I love.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
So that's
100%. Yeah.
Wow.
All right, I got a question for you too. Mm-hmm. All right, how much different for a trans man is it compared to being a stud? Can you give me some of the the dualities and like where they cross and where they are different?
No, you're asking both of us, right? Or just
everybody
me from from. Okay, okay. Here's something that you guys probably won't know. I never identified as a stud.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because like I told y'all, my first identity was being a two-spirit. So being two-spirit is more of like an androgynous third gender. It's not it's not specifically a gender. It's a third gender. I encompass what the Western colonized way says is what a male's gender role is and what a female's gender role is. I do all of it. I don't mind cooking and cleaning. I don't mind changing attire.
It's not those traditional roles.
Right. I don't mind building a house. I don't mind putting down tile. I don't mind pressure washing outside the house. It's not just about, domestic roles. It's also energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Dee first met, Dee was like, "Bro, you carry this there's masculine, but there's like this feminine aura that can come out of you. Like you have this nurturing aura." I was like, yes, because that is the divine two-spirit energy inside of me, and that's why I try to explain to people. Being two-spirit is definitely an indigenous cultural identity because it does not compare to non-binary. You can't. Non-binary is something that I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Non-binary is some white people stuff. I hope I said that it's okay. Because it's some white people stuff.
We love you white folks too.
We love y'all.
It's a safe space for y'all.
We're educating y'all.
We
just be open. Just be open.
It's a Western. Okay, let me say it the proper way.
Go do your research.
It's a Western colonized idea and concept and ideology. Okay, we're gonna say that. Okay, non-binary is their thing. It's their stuff. It's the way that they decide to do it. Although they try to exterminate two-spirit. That's why I say it like that.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
It's an extermination.
Yeah, because that's my first time hearing two-spirit. You ever heard of two-spirit?
And when I met him, before he
came
out to me, and I was like, okay, I was open to it. I'm like, I'm like that though. I ain't trying to judge. If I don't understand it, enlighten me. Yeah, and I wanted to know.
But it is that space. I mean, I have to, as a messenger for my people, I have to be blunt about it because it was a genocide committed among us by them. That's just the truth. We cannot hide from that. We cannot sugarcoat that. I have white counterparts that will literally tell y'all that. They will literally say, yes.
Yeah, me too.
Our ancestors did. They took that from y'all.
Yeah.
And they openly admit that. There's a trans man that I am very close to now, and he literally studies us. He studies our identity to learn the difference of gender identities and labels, that it's all just a construct and that we're all just learning what spirit is telling us to identify with. And that's what we are.
Yeah. Because I sometimes feel like I'm two-spirited then with my masculine and feminine energies.
Right.
But so talking about that's some deep shit. You talking about identities and all this and trans. Let's segue into this whole controversial situation. That I don't know if a lot of y'all know what's her name, Jess
Hilarious.
Jess Hilarious.
Not just official.
Irrelevant is what you would like to say. Irrelevant as heck.
Hey, if there's a Jess official, I'm sorry, not you. You're not talking about you.
I think you was missing my name with the Just
I think so. So tell us about this controversy and then identities and how that impacted you and what you want to tell the people from your own state of awareness.
Well, as some of you may know, it's not like hidden. Just Hilarious has had a very homophobic, transphobic mentality towards our community, specifically to trans women. I would like to say her passive aggressive statements towards the type of people who can have children, reproductive rights. Only she has made statements very much so recently on the Breakfast Club where she stated with a current guest on their show who was simply talking about her relationship with a potential partner in the future. And she just brings up that I would like for the man that you wish to have in your life to understand that only women can have babies. And she just very, very, very gently reminded her that people with uteruses can have babies, not just women.
Yeah. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Right.
Did y'all hear that?
Now,
did y'all hear that?
My message to Just Hilarious is, honey, if you don't know the difference between gender and sex, please shut your mouth. Please be quiet.
Hey, we
heard it from Just Waya.
Yeah, we dropped the mic on that.
Please be quiet.
That's it.
If you're not in the community, and just act like the guest you are, and be the guest you are.
And I think that leads me into people, that openness. That's why we're talking about healing right here. Because the more you heal, you are more open and can see so many different sides instead of sitting there judging. Because honestly, if you want me to get deep with it, when we're judging people, we're truly judging ourselves.
Get into it. In the words of Jasmine Garden, and we sit.
But as we sit, we just gotta remember to be respectful towards one another, and I think that's the part. Like, stop going out of your way to be hateful. Stop going out of your way to make other people feel like they don't belong. It has nothing to benefit your well-being by you doing that. It's nothing. Just saying. So yeah, man, I didn't mean to cut y'all off. You just have to tell the people that like you have to really, really be self-conscious, and you gotta respect people. If somebody won't be called blue, if that's gonna make them feel comfortable, like call their ass blue. Like respect them.
Respect them. Love people for who they are, but most importantly, learn to love yourself. And that's why we got this whole platform, as queer, as masked, us showing up as ourselves, because we're trying to really showcase that, like, that authentic, that unapologetic living, love and acceptance. Stop hating people, man, because you hate yourself. Go heal that shit.
Internalized homophobia is a real thing.
But coming up on that, just remind ourselves to heal that shit. Okay.